Welcome back to Hey Kentucky. We like to start the week with some positive vibes, so let's get into Good News Monday. Keith, first up, after 3 weeks in the hospital battling the virus, a physician assistant has been discharged from Baptist Health Lexington. 50-year-old Sheila Thornsberry was admitted on April 2nd. The mother of two was reunited with her family after she went home on Friday. I love seeing these stories.
Oh, what a homecoming that must have been, and great to hear that she was able to pull through. And I mean, I don't know if she was on the front lines when all this happened, but certainly as a physician's assistant was putting herself out there for this to happen. So glad to hear she was able to come out of it.
Absolutely. Up next, Immanuel Baptist Church in Lexington collected hundreds of donations yesterday to help people affected by the pandemic. Volunteers wore masks and gloves as they unloaded boxes of supplies from a steady line of cars outside their building. Every car left with a yard sign that reads, "Hope Heals." And it certainly does.
So glad to see that Immanuel is taking part in getting out there and trying to help those in need, and certainly would love to see all the churches in Lexington and in the state of Kentucky help out. That's part of what they're there for.
And I think so many of them are. We're just highlighting this one in particular, but I know that there has been a lot of outreach with local churches. Next, law enforcement leaders are protecting and serving in a different way. Chief Giles Taylor of Morgantown Police Department, along with Edmonson County Sheriff Shane Doyle, are among those virtually reading to kids. Once a week, each agency's top cop posts a video to social media reading short children's books, generating thousands of views. And I love this story. I love the Captain America shield in the background, too.
Everyone knows that reading is so essential to younger kids, and so to have somebody doing that and putting themselves out there to read to these kids, that's a wonderful story.
It also builds a relationship with law enforcement where they're not seen as the bad guys.
Great point.
All right, next, former UK basketball stars are stepping up too. John Wall, who lost his mother to breast cancer in December, honored her memory by donating masks and meals to the doctors and nurses who cared for her. And his former teammate DeMarcus Cousins sent a special message to Kentucky healthcare workers on social media. These two guys, this is what they do. This is what these two do.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, we've especially seen it out of John Wall, the way he has done things. I remember there was one year where he was trick-or-treating with kids and handing them shoes. And certainly DeMarcus Cousins has been involved when he got traded away from Sacramento. He went back to help out kids in Sacramento, and I thought that was wonderful.
Absolutely. And last, a Lewis County father is among many who have tried to help their daughters cope with the disappointment of missing prom. Travis Hobbs and his family staged a prom at home for his daughter Malia, who would have attended the high school prom this past weekend under normal circumstances. And this, I'm tearing up. Look at how happy she is.
Father of the Year nominee, at least a nominee, right? I mean, that is terrific, and it's such a great idea to do that in the home.
Listen, daddies should always be your first dance. I love it. All right. That's Good News Monday. Tonight's wrap up. This next is Hey Kentucky.